No, you're supposed to get the hood.
Oh.
I don't need your compliment.
She said I'm bombing.
I'm too old to listen to this. I understood the assignment. Girl, the whole point is we understood the assignment, Yolanda. Oh my God.
Why did she say that though?
Okay, I'm done. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wine and Wellness Wednesday. I cannot with y'all. I am Lindsay Brantley, the founder of the Camellia Alise Academy, and I'm super excited to be here with you guys today. All right, so before we get started, we have one other member of the team that's joining us. No, I can't see. I don't know why. Why did I say that? Yeah, let me join in. Let's see.
Why shouldn't I? Oh wait, is he? I want to get us live too.
Okay. Yeah, in a minute, but I was looking for Coy.
Okay.
Okay, y'all, so we're going to get started, and then when Miss Coy is online, I will jump up and bring her in as well. So, yes, ma'am.
It's not pulling up. It's not showing because I know we're online.
Oh, can you go to the other channel and see if I didn't switch us? Because that could be it as well. I don't know. It says we're
gonna
live.
figure it
Look,
out.
I'm like, it says we're live. Y'all just give us a couple seconds. We are trying to make sure that we are good to go. We're live, so we're going to keep it moving one way or another. But, so once again, as I was saying, I'm Lindsay Brantley, the founder of the Camellia Alise Academy, and today I have the team here with me, and like I said, we're waiting on Miss Coy to join us. Let me just move you. You're not in the camera at all. There you go. All right, there you go. Act like you love me. Act like you love me.
She
all right. So, first I want you guys to meet the team. The only person that's missing from the instructors portion of the classes is Ms. Coy. So she's going to be joining us from California in a minute. But I want everybody to introduce themselves, and then we'll talk to y'all about this week's topic, our fun topic. All right, we'll start on this side.
Hi everyone, my name is Shawnee. I'm one of the licensed estheticians here at Camellia Alise.
Hi, I am Nemo. I am. Who am I?
Everything. Everything.
If you guys call the studio, you're probably speaking to me first. And that's who I am. It's a pleasure to meet all of you.
If y'all are asking about classes and prices and availability and equipment and everything else, this right here is a beautiful lady that y'all are talking to. And this wonderful man who snuck in way too early. We're going to let him introduce himself, and then we'll keep going. Go right ahead.
Hi, so my name is Caleb. I am the on-staff handyman as well.
He's so excited.
He clearly does not want to be here.
Yeah, exactly.
As well as the fulfillment manager.
Absolutely. So he plays a very important role when y'all are waiting for your equipment. Like, where I bought this machine, where's my butt machine, all that. This guy is the one that's shipping everything out 24 hours after you make those orders. This guy here is taking care of them. So thank you, Khalid. You don't have to stay. I know. He's like, and I'm out. He's like, and I'm out. Right? Yeah. Okay, and then of course you guys know me. I am the head instructor of the academy, and then
I am Miss Yo, esthetician, instructor, comedian, on staff. I mean, I do it all.
you know, she just makes it happen. That's what she does.
That's what I do.
Makes it happen.
That's what I do.
All right. Well, so today, y'all, we wanted to have a little fun. This is our last live of 2021. Before we jump into everything, though, we want to toast to y'all for making it through 2021. All right, so toast to each and every one of you guys.
Yes.
All right. So, we made it through, y'all. Made it through. I know we still got a little bit of time left, but we about to take a much needed break. So, I wanted to come on live with the team because we just wanted to talk to y'all about some of the experiences that we've had. And the topic is called We Understood the Assignment, because y'all, we have been getting some absolutely crazy. When I say crazy, stories, requests, people going to these classes and people just stealing their money, like all kinds of stuff. One lady that was like, "Oh, I was told not to even use my vacuum, just unplug it and throw it in the box." I mean, you can't even imagine some of the things. And then also, we're super excited that we announced our 2022 tour dates a year ahead of time. We're planned out the year for y'all.
Yes.
One caveat, I just want y'all to know, I did not put one date on this tour because of one person. I didn't put not any of these locations on here because of one person's request.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
We basically chose cities where we got the most requests throughout the year. Last year, some of them we were able to touch, some of them we were not.
Right.
But I am also super, super proud to announce, some of y'all may have seen it, some of you may have not, but we are going international this year.
Can you talk about the places that we
Yes,
are going?
absolutely. We'll talk about the two international places though. We will be in Toronto, Canada this year, and we will be in Trinidad at the end of this year, Trinidad and Tobago. We actually had some students come in from there, and we've had some students come in from Canada, and so we're going there this year. We are also going to Hawaii this year.
Yes.
We've had quite a bit. I think so far we've had over 5 students fly in from Hawaii for the classes. We've had people flying in for the summits. So we will be coming to you this year. So let's talk about if you want to go over the other places, and then we have something special for our viewers today, something that y'all only gonna get if you're watching this live. So go ahead and give the tour dates, and then we'll give what we're about to drop.
Okay, so in January, on the 28th, we will be in Los Angeles.
Yes, so y'all know that we already have Instructor Koi, who is in Los Angeles every single week. She's offering classes, but this will be a joint class. I will be there to do that class with her. And before we go over the tour, by the way, we will be doing classes in Houston every week. So that's not going to stop. Houston, we always have classes, by the way. Okay, keep going.
In February, we will be in Dallas, Texas, which I think
Dallas, yes.
is which is my hometown.
Yeah, she's like, I'll be there in Dallas.
In March, we are in Denver, Colorado. In April, we are in Detroit. In May, we are in Hawaii. Okay, let's see. In May, we're in Hawaii. In June, we're in New York.
Yes, back to New York. Y'all keep calling us.
Yes, please. In July, we are in Toronto, Canada.
Yes, we're in Toronto.
That's fun. In August, we're in McAllen, Texas.
Okay.
October, we have the summit.
Yes. So like we did this year in October, the summit will have probably 6 to 8 specialty classes.
Right.
So we'll be here in October.
And then in December, we're in Trinidad and Tobago.
All right. So what I wanted to give you guys before we go into the rest of our fun adventures we've been getting, we've had a lot of questions and comments about certain things that have been learned in some of these classes, you guys. And so what we wanted to do for our students who have been tuning in, y'all have been learning on YouTube, but y'all want more, our refresher class, we are going to give you guys a special discount for the refresher classes and for our travel classes. This discount, we're going to give y'all 1 week to take advantage of it. And for those of y'all know, I do not discount the classes. But we're going to give y'all $100 off of any class that you enroll in. That means if you enroll in the Trinidad class in December, you're going to get $100 off if you do it in the next week.
Yes.
The code for that is
100 off.
So
100
OFF.
Yeah.
We're going to post that really quickly in the comments on Instagram so that you guys know what that code is. But from now, y'all can take advantage of the sale. So between now and what's next Friday?
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, yeah, between now and Christmas Eve. It's our early gift to y'all.
Yes.
So between now and Christmas Eve, any of the 3 certification classes or any of the refresher classes that you guys want to take, we're giving you $100 off. Just when you're registering, use the code 100 off, and all the classes require a $300 deposit. So if you enroll in a class in December, you got literally 12 months to make the payment. So that's just our gift to you. A lot of people, we know that a lot of people need refreshers, and I do also want to say this. It's something me and Londa talked about. Y'all don't be embarrassed. Do not be embarrassed if you took a class and something happened and you're just like, oh my God, I didn't learn anything. It was terrible. Do not be embarrassed, because you're not the first person with the story. You won't be the last person with the story. So, you know, we're just here to help. At the end of the day, we understood the assignment. We know why we're here. We're here to give you the best education possible, the best foot forward in the body sculpting industry, and we're going to continue doing that in 2022, just like we did it in 2021 and the 5 years before that. All right, so it's not going to change. I do want to also go over one differentiating factor between our school and most of the schools we know. There is an association that has been formed, and this year they're starting to register people, and people are like, oh, I'm an accredited school. That's a board that is a private organization. They're working on getting some national recognition. They are not yet. We are a Texas accredited vocational university. That's what we are, okay? So it makes a big difference. I cannot give you crap for your curriculum because I have a Texas board that audits me, okay? So understand that, yeah, you're not going to get BS when you come to this school. Also understand that I've been in this industry 11 years, and between us, it's what, almost 15 years combined, okay? So you're not dealing with people who are teaching you that have been doing it 2 months, okay? That's the issue here. Is just because you took a class to learn body sculpting does not mean that you can teach it.
Right.
Okay, so we're dealing with a lot of people right now that are like, oh, I took this class and she just didn't know enough, or she just couldn't answer this, or she just couldn't do this and that. And that's okay, but you guys need to really start asking the questions before you take some of these classes to kind of help yourself not get into some of the binds. But we are here to help regardless. That's why we have a refresher class. All right? So,
And also, and to kind of piggyback on what Lindsay's been saying, and this kind of goes for the aesthetics field in general, it's constantly evolving. So just because you may learn something, you know, in our class doesn't mean, you know, a couple months later or even a few years later, something else may not come about that may be even better. New equipment is always coming out, new techniques. So always be on your toes and always be open to learning new information to build upon your foundation.
absolutely. We still take classes.
Yes.
I mean, you know, think about, like, you know, instructors have to take continuing education just like everybody else. Like, we are still always learning. So don't think that, you know, the education stops here, and don't think that we're not always learning, because we are, okay? I have an education budget set aside to make sure that everybody gets training every year of some sort, because we all need to be building up our knowledge base. All right, Miss Shanice, I'm gonna start with you. Because you are what I call our ear to the ground, and you see a lot of crazy stuff. So give us one crazy story you want to share, or comment, or something that you want to give a truth on.
I'm gonna go with this vacuum, not wanting to use the vacuum. The vacuum piece, whenever you're doing cavitation, you know, we all know that that's an important and vital piece to getting great results, as well as making sure that your clients are being serviced properly. And this lady in the group that I was in, she didn't even have the correct settings on her machine. She said her instructor didn't teach her how to properly set her machine to have a suction and a release. The instructor only said, you only suction, and you adjust the knob on the back, and that was it. I was like, well, what about the release? And she's like, my instructor didn't tell me to set that. Yeah. So that's very important, you know, because of course, once you are doing the cavitation, you have to push that liquidized fat. As I like to explain to my clients, you have Crisco. And the ultrasonic cavitation is making it into liquid. That liquid has to go somewhere. We want it to go where your body can excrete it. So that vacuum is going to be an important piece in that service.
This is very true. Yes. Y'all don't use your vacuum with suction or release on 0. Ever, ever, ever. Another one that I'm going to go through real quick, y'all, that's just bothered the hell out of me. And then I'm going to let y'all keep going. Why are y'all roasting your clients like turkeys? Please stop going to get a gallon of olive oil from Sam's and using olive oil with radio frequency. Okay, that is not the proper way to do it. You need a conductor in order to use the radio frequency, but what you're doing is overheating the surface of your client's skin when you are using oil with radio frequency. Just stop. Y'all stop doing it, because you're literally roasting your client. Just stop, because we know that if you don't have the go Instagram for me, because I see a couple comments, because if you are using that oil with radio frequency, you are literally roasting your client. You're not helping to tighten their skin. You're going to burn them. And I've seen it many times. And that's why there's all these articles coming out like, people can't, if you're not this person, you can't use radio frequency because so many people are getting burned, y'all. So stop using oil or radio frequency. Let me just start there. All right? What you got?
So what I have is, and I thought about this last night. So I always tell people, y'all don't have to come to us. We're the best, but you don't have to come to us. So if you choose to go somewhere else, ask this one question. Ask them to speak to at least 1 or 2 of their former students. And ask them questions. If they're not willing to provide you a name or number of a previous student, they have something to hide.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Because if I can call a former student, I can just say, hey, what did you think about the class? What, how was it? Did you learn? Whoop. That's all you need to know. You guys have to talk to someone other than the person who's giving that class. They're going to tell you everything you want to hear. They're going to tell you, yeah, I've been doing this for a minute. They just got certified yesterday.
Yeah.
So
that's a good piece of advice.
it just popped into my head last night, y'all. I don't even know where it came from. It was God, I guess. but that's a good one, because I just thought about it. Because I know we're willing to give anybody's. If they're willing to allow us to give their phone number out, we will give you some previous students' phone numbers.
Honestly, you don't even have to do that.
You can go to
not even that. We tag our students, y'all. We don't hide.
You can DM them. So do your research. So if they're not willing to give you that information, go to their page, see who just were certified. They probably tagged them. DM them.
That's true.
You have to.
That's a good piece of advice. It's very true. It's very true. Okay. What you got, ma'am? I know you get crazy questions all day.
All the time, but I think it all ties into what Miss Yo was saying, which I literally had just written down. Do your research. You want to know where you're going. I had a person call me today and tell me that the previous instructor, told them to not look at any YouTube videos. Well, how are you going to know if you don't do your research, So mine's very much tied into Miss Yolanda's do your research.
Yeah. I always say, of course, we're on YouTube, right? We're posting information on YouTube.
Right.
So you should go to YouTube, look at different things, and be able to revert back to your instructors. Or for us, we have an alumni group. People can go in there and say, hey, look, I saw this on YouTube and you taught us different. Or, hey, why is it this and not that? You should have a resource available to you where you can still talk to people. Because that's one of the complaints we get all the time too, is I took this class and I have all these questions, and then they disappeared. They took my money and they disappeared, and that happens all the time. So ask about that too. That would be my piece of advice. what is the after class support that I'm
Exactly.
going to get? You know, what do I have after? All of our students get an hour post-class refresher with any of our instructors, that's included. And then they also get an alumni group so that if, you know, maybe you don't want to ask us directly, if you want to ask some other people, you know, there are other, like,
Exactly.
yeah, I'm big on community over competition. So that's what we're building, is a community of professionals to help one another.
Can I also add,
Yes.
get a manual with your
Oh,
class.
yeah.
Get a manual with your class, because I want to say 7 out of 10 students who I speak to who are post-refresher students tell me they did not get a manual, it was an online class, it was this and that, and that's okay, but don't waste your money.
Yeah.
So again, that's why it's important to ask those questions.
Commenting right there, and I can't do it.
Because if they don't, if you talk to a former student and you ask them about the manual and they say it's 5 pages, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You know, use your common sense and your intuition, y'all, for real. I know women's intuition, we talked about this today, how it works with men. Y'all, it works with everything.
Yeah.
So if you have a funny feeling in your gut about a class, run the other way.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you have that funny feeling.
You said somebody's trying to join?
No, they were watching, but.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, no, she did. Request to join.
Oh,
No,
hit the
that's
request.
Send her.
Is that
Oh,
key?
is that, oh, okay. We were trying, we thought instructor Coy was coming.
She's,
so-
she's on, but
Is
she
she
hadn't sent a
request to
request.
join? Oh, okay. What is it? We'll get there.
So yeah, I mean, you have to.
Follow your intuition.
I mean,
Yeah,
follow
I
your
would say that,
intuition.
yeah.
I mean, and think about it. You guys are spending like upwards to $2,000. I mean,
Get your money's
y'all
worth.
ask
yeah.
questions. I'm not understand. Honestly, and again, I tell you guys, do not be embarrassed.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm questioning some of the decisions y'all make when y'all go to these classes. Y'all
Well,
been coming
it's
from
like
love.
when you
This is
ask-
from my heart.
Yeah.
I love y'all.
Yeah, are you asking
Like,
questions?
are you asking questions? And if they have an attitude when you ask these questions,
Yeah.
go to somewhere else. As a business, I want to answer every question someone has of me.
Because your
If I'm-
business is on the line.
Yeah.
Because my business is on the line. If they're not willing to answer those questions, there's a reason for that.
Yeah,
You know?
that's true.
Do your research. Do your
I
research
mean,
on
really.
the places where you guys are going to get certified.
Yes.
Like Miss Yo said, it doesn't have to be us. We are the
Yeah.
best. But just do your research. Make sure that the people who you're getting information from, they're credible. That they know what they're talking about. Lindsay's been in the business for 11 years.
Yeah.
She knows what she's talking about. So just do your research, guys.
It's just, I mean, we definitely say all this with love because, like I said, we do hear all the stories, you know, and we just want to prevent people from continuing to have those experiences. So if there's anything that you feel like you need from us, like I'm here every week, except for these next 2 weeks. I'm getting my 2 weeks off. But, you know, we're here every week. I literally answer questions live. Last week, y'all blew me away, okay, with all the questions. I was like, okay, what's next? Reading the next question. Because I love doing that. I don't mind answering questions, and like if y'all are in the spa, you'll see we're just getting calls and we're on the phone
Sometimes
for
Nico is
15,
just
20
like, can you
minutes.
help? Can you
Yeah.
help? I don't know how to properly answer this question.
Yeah, but
Like we had a post-op client that called and she was like, can I get cavitation? And I just had a post-op from a tummy tuck.
Yeah.
And it was like 8 weeks. And I was like, whoa,
No. Yeah. I mean, that's our job. Like, and we don't mind answering the questions. I would much rather spend, 10 minutes of my time answering the question than, you going to a bad training and learning something the wrong way. So we don't mind answering the questions. We do. That's another thing, though. If you can't get somebody on the phone, why would you go to that
Why would
person's
you
class?
go?
Yeah.
You cannot believe everything that you see on, YouTube, because YouTube, just like everything else, is going to give you the best part, right? But, at looking at people's Google reviews, asking for references, things of that sort will protect your investment. So I definitely say keep asking the questions before you join classes. Other comments? I see a couple stuff. Looks like
We
it's
have
coming
some
up.
people joining us. Tightening.
Tighten up.
Yeah, tighten up body work.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Oh, hi,
And
Boy.
make sure services you take.
Are in your scope. Oh, yes. Make sure the services you take classes for are in your scope of practice.
Exactly.
Yes. And let me just to piggyback over that. Let me mention this. So we released a new class. We released it two weeks ago. The microneedling and electroporation class. That class I did 2 in 1, but understand, and I explained this in the class as well. Everybody can't do microneedling. So I literally explained in there, look, I'm going to teach you both of these modalities, but that doesn't mean you can do it. Like in the state of Texas, you can't do microneedling. Like that's literally dealing with someone's blood. You know, there's certain things you can't do. Even in California, we had a student, an esthetician here, that she's like, I can do nano needling in certain modalities, but I can't do microneedling. So, you want to make sure that you do the research and know what you are supposed to be doing, because you can take any class. That doesn't necessarily mean that you can actually do the service. And we had one student that came to us because she called the school she was out of state. She called the school and said, I need to know if I can do this in my state. And they were like, well, it's not my job to tell you if you can do it. And they hung up on her. We offered it. Yeah, I'm like, we offer the links and we give you where to go for research if you don't know. So if it's something that we can't answer, I mean, I don't know all 50 states where I can be like, yes, girl, you can take it there. No. So we can find the information, or we can direct you where you need to be. We don't know everything, but if it's and I tell people this too in class, I'm like, I've been doing this long enough, I should be able to answer every question, but if I can't, I will get you the answer.
But that just goes to show just how much the industry evolves and it changes.
Yeah, right.
Regulations change
All the
every
time.
day.
That's
I get emails from TDLR all the time. Oh, this regulation has changed. So it changes all the time.
Yeah, it does. We TDLR's changed a couple of things with instructors' licenses that are going to affect
exactly.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there's a big question on
I
there.
can see someone trying to join.
Yeah, okay, and there's a big question. Somebody will, easy, I know. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, teamwork, everybody's like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
They would
You may have to
make sure you take classes for. Make sure you take classes for you are able to do those services. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I got Instagram.
Is she
You may
trying to
have to
join
give up
both?
one license.
Oh, you may have to give up one
practice
license to practice sculpting. May not be able to do services in the same location.
Oh, yes, now that's,
The thing at
okay.
the bottom, is she trying to
It
join?
said view. It
I
says
was-
view.
Okay,
Something.
Ignore.
Okay. So I will say California is trying to clarify some things. That is correct. They're saying right now, they're doing the research, but they're saying right now that if you have a cosmetology license, you can't do cosmetology work and body sculpting in the same place. But there's research being done on that. The laws haven't been, so we're still, but yes, that is true. You may have to give up one license to do another.
But I want to get my hair and nails done at the same place where I'm getting body sculpting
Yeah,
done.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that is something that we're looking at now, looking into it now. But yeah, that is true. You may have to give up one thing to do another. So it just depends on, but we're still, like I said, we're ear to the ground. We're doing the research. We're trying to make sure that we advise our students on what they should be doing. And now, especially if the laws change here in Texas, you guys should be grandfathered in under the education that you get with us. That's not necessarily true with some of these other schools. And then also, don't be afraid to call the state and see if some of these people are registered as classes or registered as schools. Because they should have state registrations for their classes. Just FYI.
You don't even have to talk to anybody. You can just do a search.
Yeah.
You can just do a search and that should pop up if they're legit.
Yeah, TWC is the registration entity for Texas. So all universities, colleges, vocational schools that are official are registered with TWC in the state.
I think the main thing is, I think what happens is people get so excited about the opportunity, and just take a moment to just get your thoughts together.
Absorb them.
Yeah, and this
information.
again, write stuff down and do the research, because I know how it is. You get a hair in your butt about doing something, and it's like, I don't care, I'm gonna do it. It's like I'm gonna go to the first person and then
But
you're gonna be
that's
calling
one of the
us.
things that I really like about Camellia Alise's instructor course is they have pre-requirements before you
Exactly.
even step foot into the class. You need to send your certifications. You need to be practicing body sculpting for a certain amount of time. You need to send pictures of your models. That shows your credibility. That shows that you know what you are talking about. So when you get out there and you start instructing your future students, you know what you're talking about.
And I want to ask that. So even with our master training, like just because you come, and I'm just saying this because does not. I'm just saying it doesn't mean that you automatically get a certificate.
It's true.
Because think of it like this, y'all. You're going to be training other people. You want to make sure the people you train know what they're doing. Because that's going to be your brand.
Yeah.
You know, once you leave, that's going to be your brand. So you have to make sure that you're teaching your people the right way and that they understand that it's so much bigger
Just
than
know that it's our job to help get you over
yeah.
the finish line. Let me just
We're
say
going to get y'all there, but I mean,
it don't always happen.
do your research
in
so
one
you
or
don't
two
have to spend all
days.
that money. So.
Yeah. And it doesn't always happen in the first go, and that's okay. It's okay to take time to understand that, no, I have not understood everything that was taught in class, but it's okay to take time to understand everything that's been taught in class and then come back later and maybe later is a better fit for you.
Right. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have more respect for the people who understand that.
Right.
Like, understand that they're not ready.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, than someone just like, you know what, I just took this certification course, I'm ready to teach people. No, ma'am.
No.
Yeah.
And just give, acknowledgement to the fact that the way that we teach things here may be completely different from how they were taught. So
Right.
they just need that extra time to absorb
Exactly.
the correct information.
Exactly.
Y'all don't get to see everybody that attends class on the page, because sometimes, like, everybody, you're not gonna be an expert after one day, and sometimes you can't just absorb everything in one
It's
day.
a
We
lot
don't expect
sometimes,
you to.
yeah.
We don't. Yeah. Even learning this stuff or being a body sculpting specialist, you don't become an expert in one day. It does take more than that. So right now, I know if you guys are live with us and y'all have any questions, please ask them. Please ask them. Now is the time. We'll answer questions about techniques, about the courses. Did you pin the little coupon thing on there? Okay, yeah, we'll make sure we pin the coupon code. Like I said, it's 100OFF. So 100 off. That's $100 off of any of our refresher courses as well as any of our 3 certification classes. So that's available to you right now as well. And then, so as one of our newest graduates and newest members, tell us your experience. What do you proud that you learned? What did you like about the class? Your general experience thus far being with the team.
Absolutely. My general experience being with the team, first of all, these 3 ladies who you guys see here, exclude me, are some of the most knowledgeable people in this state. And I'm so serious. I am so serious. I have learned so much business-wise, in the contouring industry-wise, and just all around. I have learned so much, and I'm so grateful. I just want to say that. I love you guys. Anyway, outside of that, the experience is amazing. You ask any question you want. Like, there's nothing off limits, which I think makes for a very comfortable situation. Because for me, I'm a little bit shy. And if the environment is not calling for me to be able to ask questions, I won't.
Yeah.
I will be reserved and I'll stay in my corner, probably get my certification, and just move on about my way. But
that's not what we want. Yeah,
that's not what we want, because to be in this industry, you want to know the information, because there are risks tied into this industry, and you don't want to just be servicing people when you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. That's true.
So it's a really good experience. I encourage everybody, and doesn't everybody get a 1 hour, 60-minute window
Exactly, yes.
post refresher?
Yes.
Utilize that.
Yes.
Guys.
Yeah.
Please.
So that means
utilize
practice before the
Exactly.
refresher.
Right.
Practice, and ask any questions that you have. We are here to serve you guys. me as a student, I go to Lindsay, to Miss Yo, to Shawnee all the time. I'm like, hey, what, we talk about things all the time.
No, you do not. You do not have to have a license. You do have to go to the class so that you understand why you're doing what you're doing. But you do not have to have a certification as far as a license from a state to do that service.
Because this is not, and I'm in the background, but it's not a manual thing. You're actually utilizing the machine. So Chloe is our other instructor, so she had a couple of comments, so I'm just trying to read them. But she said, please do the work before you instruct. It is so, so important. So I'm reading hers as well. Yolanda, we need to schedule our refresher for the ELT. Pebbles.
I told Pebbles that I am going to do a, you know what, we'll schedule it. Pebbles, give me like 2 weeks. my birthday is next week. Give me about 2 weeks, and then we will do that because I wanted to give them a complete session because we kind of broke it up during the training. Yeah. So I just wanted them to see a complete session. So yes, we will do that at the beginning of the year.
Can we do it Tuesday or Thursday?
We should. I think you might be here a few more days out the week, so maybe Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, whatever. Yeah.
Y'all, we have taught. I have to go back and look at the official number, but we've taught over 200 students this year.
For real?
We're tired. We deserve 2 weeks.
Oh,
and Yolanda's birthday is Christmas. So when I tell y'all, like we have class next week. It's not that we don't have class next week.
We have class tomorrow.
Yeah, we have class tomorrow.
And Friday.
Yeah, and Friday and Saturday. Well, what day?
No, I got a facial on Saturday.
Well,
that's class.
but at the end of the day, I'm just saying, like, we worked hard and we're gonna keep moving forward. But we're literally only taking 1 week where we're just not doing classes. That's the week between Christmas and New Year's because these guys need a break. I need a break. My son is like, Mommy, you going to work again? So, we all need just that 1 week to kind of reset. We have more classes coming for y'all in 2022. I'm working on a couple of things. Obviously, we introduced one class 2 weeks ago. So the new microneedling and electroporation class is there. The ELT class was introduced in October. The hyaluronic needleless class was introduced in October, and Koi instructs that class. So we haven't slowed down. We have not slowed down, and we're not slowing down in 2022. And I did also just want to say one other thing. The 1 hour post-class refresher is not just for those live classes. That's for every class. If you take a virtual self-paced class with us, you still get a 1 hour with the with an instructor. That is something which differentiates our class.
I was going to say, that's
I'm just going to stop you to say, I have not seen that anywhere. I don't mean in Texas, I mean in the United States and everywhere outside of
the refresher.
I have not seen a 1 hour. Someone who's allocating their time, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I work like one-on-one with Lindsay. She is busy. So for her, no, she is.
Yeah.
I see her schedule every day. So for her to take that time out of her day to have a post-refresher class for you guys, please take advantage of it. I did.
Yeah,
I am every day. Okay, so do.
Yeah, but I just don't want people to think, because I've been in that situation. I don't want you to think you just take this digital class and then it's like, well, I still got questions. Who do I call? What do I do? No, like even with our digital classes, you still have the opportunity to talk to our instructors to make sure that any questions you had throughout that program are answered. You have a question?
Yes. Let's see. We kind of have 2 questions. Sure. Do you need a license for body contouring in Texas? And also for microneedling, all you need is the blood certification.
Okay, so hold on.
Certification.
Let me go through those. Okay, so the first one though, in the state of Texas, you do not have to have a esthetician's license or a massage therapist license to do body sculpting. You should get your certifications for your insurance purposes, but you do have to file paperwork with the state for that business. We give you that paperwork. We tell you exactly what you need to do. So no, it is not regulated under those licenses like a cosmetology license. But you do need to get certified so you know what you're doing, and you do still have to file paperwork with the state, which is something that we give you as part of the class. So we go over all of that with you as part of the class. And then the microneedling, no, that is not true. You do not just need to get a bloodborne pathogen certificate in order to practice. In the state of Texas, you must be an esthetician.
No.
Or no, the estheticians can't do it either.
No,
you have to have a medical director.
Exactly.
That's right. You have to have a medical director. So if you're an esthetician that has a medical director, or you're a nurse that has a medical director, that's fine. But in Texas, estheticians are not supposed to be doing microneedling.
Or
Yeah.
dermaplaning.
Or dermaplaning, yes. And that's actually been clarified by TDLR. They sent out a memo not long ago. Because you're dealing with blood, you're dealing with scalpels, you're dealing with needles. So no, please do not think that you can get a bloodborne pathogen certificate and do microneedling. You cannot. You need a medical director for that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Next question we have is, how much is your refresher course? New to Texas, heard it's different here.
No. Texas. Well, I mean, we teach people from everywhere. It's not just Texas. How much is the refresher course? Do you remember?
I think it's $9.99.
Y'all don't.
But take advantage of the
Right,
$100
I was like, whatever the price is, it's $100 off, and the refresher course
Exactly.
it's two subjects of your choice that you are previously certified in. That's the point of we're refreshing things. So basically, if you got screwed over somewhere else, we fix it for less. But refresher, let me look, because I really don't want to lie.
Oh, Toy got it. She said it's $9.99.
All right, there you go.
Thanks, Koi.
Thank you, Coy. All right, yes.
Wait,
so
Koi, are you joining in?
Are you joining us, Coy? You gotta hit the join
Send
button.
a request.
Yeah, you gotta hit the join button. But so it's $9.99 for the refresher course. It'll be $8.99 between now and
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. That's why I have a team, y'all. And so that course, like I said, it does refresh two subjects that you have previously taken a certification in. Now, don't sign up for the refresher course if you ain't never took an original course, y'all. Because you
We
can't.
will deny you.
Right. Well, actually, they can't register. You can't register. You have to upload previous certificates. We have to see that you at least invested, in that somewhere else. That's why we give you, a discounted rate. And let me also say, refreshers are not always best. We have a lot of students that took a class and they're like, there's no point in me even taking a refresher. I need to take the original class because it is condensed. Obviously, it's not going to be quite the same because we assume that you have some knowledge, and so we go through the information a little bit differently. And sometimes they're like, no, I need the whole thing. I need it from beginning to end. So it'll be up to you. But if you have questions and you're not sure what to take, call us. Call us, and we can, based on what you tell us, we can say, look, you need the whole thing. Or no, you've got enough knowledge to where you can take the refresher.
Right.
Just call us. Call us, and we can take care of that for you.
And I think the biggest indicator on if you would need to take a refresher course or the original course, can you answer the question why you are doing what you are doing?
That's it. I mean,
What was a good one? Yeah. Like I was just told, don't do cancer, but why? But yeah, because I'm big on the why, y'all. I'm very big on the why. Okay. Any other questions or comments?
Not a question,
Koi
but a
said she
comment.
sent the request.
Okay. No, but what I was going to say, I know we talked about classes and things, but can we talk about tour dates?
The other one.
Just because I'm so excited about tour dates.
we
Yeah.
talk about
Where
when we go to Hawaii.
are we going? Where is the Camellia Alise?
This is true.
Team
Okay.
going to
So
be?
yes, so Nemo, if you want to pull up it. She's so excited. She's like, I need to tell y'all where we gonna be. But before we, Okay. Well, so what we're gonna do before we do though, I want to toast y'all. Don't y'all want? Before we do, I want to toast and virtually toast Koi because this year we are y'all going international. Yes, me too. So we are this year going to be in Toronto, Canada, and we are going to Trinidad and Tobago. So we are international this year. we are. We gonna have a good time. And then we're also gonna be in Hawaii. Yes, we're going to be in Hawaii. I mentioned that we have had over 5 students travel to us from Hawaii for classes. We've had others soon-to-be students travel for the summit from Hawaii. And then all of the dates that we picked, guys, were dates based on you guys constantly giving us requests. It wasn't just one person saying, oh, come to this city, because believe me, I had somebody this morning who was like, are you coming to Chicago? I'm like, that's not on the list. You know, so, I mean, so we put as many of the cities out there as we can. I mean, you know, we'll see what else happens. But, so let's go ahead and list the cities. Before you do, keep in mind that we do classes every week in the LA, Las Vegas area, and we do classes every week in Houston. Those are our norms. But these are going to be the cities that we're going to be on the road going to.
Absolutely. I will give dates also, so you guys can go straight into the website and, you know, apply for those classes
And
if
use the
so please.
coupon.
Yes.
And use a coupon.
Yes.
Because hey, we all love
Boy, you
to
might have
save
missed
money.
it, but we're giving $100 off the refreshers and 3 certification classes between now and Christmas Eve. So we're trying to hook them up.
Okay. January 28th, we will be in LA
For a joint class.
In February the 19th, we will be in Dallas, Texas.
Big Texas.
In March the 10th, we will be in Denver.
Man, y'all Denver people, y'all be like,
Yeah.
are you coming to Colorado? Or when are you coming in? We're coming to Denver.
We are
All right.
coming this year, or this next year. In April the 8th, we will be in Detroit.
Michigan people, y'all been showing out too.
Yes. May 27th, we will be in Hawaii.
Yes.
June 23rd, we will be in New York.
Yes. We had a large class and they were like, we need
Yes.
more.
We need you back.
Yes.
We're coming back. Okay. July 28th, we'll be in Toronto, Canada.
Yes. Woo woo, Toronto. I've never been to Canada, y'all. Canada.
Ooh,
It'll be a
I
first.
have
We'll have to get some maple
Well, just for a
syrup.
layover.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
They know her maple syrup. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Look, we know, Coy, when we start stories with, I got a friend, like, whatever it is, look at Coy. She's like, yeah, I know.
All right, August 26th, we are in McAllen, Texas.
Yes.
I think that's a new one for
Yes,
the
that's
team.
actually a new one. We've never been to McAllen.
Yes, October 21st, we have our summit. It's going to be a week-long thing. Trust me, you guys are going to hear about it. We're going to make a buzz.
Yeah.
So
A lot coming for the summit, but I just
Right.
wanted it on the tour so that you guys know we have specialty classes coming in October.
Right. And then in December, we're taking a break in November, but in December, we're going to be in Trinidad. That's December the 3rd. That's December the 3rd. But go to the Camellia Academy page for all the tour dates. We just posted it today, so go check that out.
Yeah, and the link is in the bio as well. So, you know, there's the normal contouring classes, and then there's a link that says 2022 tour, so you can see the out-of-town classes.
Yes.
Yep.
And use that coupon code.
If there are any body sculpts in Houston, I'm your model because I need to be in shape come next year.
Look, next year she's like, I'm not
Right
gonna
on
be
my
in instructor. She's like, I'm jumping on the table.
Right.
She's kicking me off.
I can get some work done.
Oh my gosh. All right, Coy, you just joined us. Do you have any comments, concerns, questions for the ladies?
Actually, no, I was actually commenting in the sheet. You guys were reading my comments.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys were always on point. You know, we all got the same line. So everything that you said before is exactly what I had in mind. But definitely, before you guys start expressing, please make sure that you're taking a good course. And if you have enough experience before you get out there and teach this, never as an instructor should you not be able to answer questions to your students.
Right.
They should always be given the why to every single thing that they have a question to. You should, if you as an instructor, should definitely know the why. If you don't know the why, you probably should rethink being an instructor.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
This is not just how machines work. This is how it affects people's bodies.
on someone's body, if you are touching somebody else, please make sure you know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, please make sure that you're knowledgeable, that you're constantly learning. It may not be, you know, as difficult, quote unquote, as the body contouring industry, but if you're an esthetician, I have not been there, but I'm sure there's a lot to learn. Just make sure that you're updated with new information constantly, and that's my spiel.
Well, and then also, Koi did talk on the fact that, you know, we try to make sure that we have everything ready for the lay person, right? So that we can make sure, but you're not being trained by the lay person. That's something that's different about us as well.
Right.
Because the people who are sitting amongst you, you have licensed estheticians. I'm a medical aesthetics practitioner. Koi is the LVN. You have another spot specialist here. So you're not just being taught by, you know, regular people, which is there's nothing wrong with that. Let me say that. I teach instructors who, you know, are specializing in body contouring, and that's why we have the instructor program. But right now, y'all are being taught by the best. I just want y'all to know that. Yes. So we, you know, we always try to make sure that we bring our A game to you guys. So I do want to mention that as well.
And I'd like to also add 2 things. One, not every customer is your customer. And 2, not all money is good money.
Yes.
I always say that for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, just because you have a client that comes in, we just had a client come in a couple of days ago who wanted to do a foot detox, and we were like, sorry sister, not
Because she had a
happening.
kidney transplant.
She just had a kidney transplant, and I mean, if we just wanted to take the money, we could have put her foot in some water and be like, here you go, but then that puts us at risk, and you know, the business at risk. And everything, and it's just not worth it. Outweigh your risk. Make sure you know the liability of everything. Make sure you're fully insured. Just know, not all money is good money.
Yeah.
With a very cute
She had a cute face, but that one there, she's like, wait a minute. No. Yes. So I'm super excited to have been here with you guys. Like today, we took up like an hour of y'all's time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like normally, Miss Lindsay be in here like 8:30. Yes. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead and toast to the new year with this little bit